We are back here at Secord Dam. I ran out here to get a whole bunch of filming done on this day, so I filmed at Wixom Lake on Edenville Dam and the Tobacco River Dam, stopped at Smallwood, Secord, and also went up to Forest Lake. So that was probably the previous video that I posted, but I got a lot of editing to do now. We can see here at Secord a lot of the water flowing over the top of the emergency spillway and going down the concrete chute here. The last video that I filmed here at Secord, work was just about ready to restart. Nothing was really mobilized yet though. They hadn't started working yet. Now we can see there's been a ton of progress in probably only about a month out here working. They're pouring new sister walls. So you can see that concrete form up near the top of the screen. They have the cranes all back out here. Top of the powerhouse has been removed. There's a ton of work going on here and a ton of work going on at all the dams. Edenville Dam, work has started mobilizing there now. I guess what I have to say is make sure you're checking out all the live cameras, the 24/7 live cameras on all of these dams, multiple viewpoints, and you can see what's happening every single day with those 24/7 live feeds. So we'll drop in altitude with the drone, probably only about 75 feet above the water here now. And again, on that left-hand side, you can see that new sister wall that they have poured. That form that they're going ahead looks like they're removing at this point that concrete had cured. And you can see in the concrete on the bottom that's formed for those baffle blocks. And they have a little, not a mini excavator, but a smaller excavator down here in front of the dam with the hammer on it, trying to remove some of that concrete. So you can see there's some of the rebar stuck in there, and you'll see them start hammering away in a little while to start remove a little bit more of that. Some more of the concrete steps have been poured. Looks like a lot of scaffolding in place at this point. We'll jump over to my favorite shot now, going underneath the Secord Lake Dam Road Bridge and come up here behind the dam. We'll actually fly right up the emergency spillway. Love seeing this though. You can see the gates in their fully lowered position, and you can see right up into that powerhouse now that the roof has been removed. All that water flowing through the auxiliary emergency spillway at this point. Think would be really fun to take some tubes or some kayaks down here. Definitely don't do that though. That would be considered trespassing here at the dam site, especially when there's construction going on. There's a lot of high hazard areas going on at all of these dams. So we'll fly up the spillway here. People always ask how do they go ahead and support the channel. I don't really make any money off this. It's pretty much a hobby for me, and I devoted from the start when these dams failed in 2020 that I would follow the story through the end until all these dams are rebuilt. And even after that point, I will probably still travel around to other dams in Michigan and just do some updates on them, maybe do some inspections on them, see what's going on. But how you can support the channel, links in the description down below for coffee. If you want to send me some money for a drink or contribute to a tank of gas, that's one way. You can always send money directly through PayPal, and the link in the description down below, as well as you can become a Patreon member. So that's kind of a subscription base that you get early access to what I'm working on. So all these jump cuts that you see in the video, those are points where I'm taking pictures out, and I'm going to go ahead and I upload those to Patreon. So people on Patreon get early access to see what's going on out here at the sites, what I'm working on before I get to the point of publishing the video. Right here in these views, I was kind of just looking to see if I could see any fish in the spillways up there, or I guess over there at Forest Lake, my previous video. There was a lot of carp sitting directly behind their spillway. So I was kind of curious to know if there was any carp sitting in this area. In previous videos, we usually did see some fish in here, but at this point I didn't see any. I guess you can let me know in the comment section down below if you guys seen any. Really picturesque seeing that water flowing over the steps and down the spillway. And we'll swing around to the back side of the dam, take a quick look at what's going on over here. Also, people ask me what equipment am I using to film these videos, so both on the ground when I'm filming, as well as up in the air with my drone, as well as what I'm editing this video with. Links for those are also in the description down below to Amazon, and if you purchase anything from Amazon within 24 hours of clicking one of those links, they do contribute a small portion back to the channel as well. So another way that you can go ahead and support. So we'll swing around here to the back side again. The gates are in their fully lowered position. Down there on Sanford, it looks like there's a lot of prep work going on for the gate installation. So we'll have to keep an eye on that with the live camera. They actually do have a boat right down in here. They must have flew this in with the crane. Not sure what the boat was doing in here. Maybe just looks like they're trying to get some of that water out of this area, dewater it so that they can start working again. You can see the stop logs keeping water from entering the powerhouse. That is where that low-level outlet is going to be located at. And the front of these spillways still fully intact. You can see the back side of them have been removed a little bit as they pour in those concrete steps. We'll come right over the top of the spillway. I had to make sure, I always have to make sure when I'm out here with the dams that I'm very cognizant of where the cranes are. I always keep an eye on where the cables are. You can see them right here at the top of the screen. So I was watching them very closely, seeing which way the crane operator was going to go so that I didn't get in his way. That's probably the biggest hazard when I'm out here flying that drone. And pretty cool what the crane was doing out here. We'll get a little bit better shots in a little while, but they're actually removing the bracing that was between the spillways that were only here at Secord Dam. So we'll see that a little bit later on in the video, but an awesome shot looking directly down inside the powerhouse. You can actually see that circle opening. That is where the turbine, the hydropower turbine, used to be located down there. That would spin, water would flow through it, and that's where it would generate electricity. So awesome view. We weren't able to see this up until this point now that they have removed the roof of the powerhouse, and that is going to be the new location of the low-level outlet. That new low-level outlet going to be used in the wintertime to pass the flows through it so that they don't need to go and de-ice the spillways. So here at Secord Dam, those braces that have been removed on the one side, those were always icing up in the wintertime. The fire department used to have to come out here and power wash them, blow them off with their giant hoses to remove that ice. Now they shouldn't need to do that anymore now that these braces are going ahead and being removed. And I'm not sure why they were only on Secord Dam and not on any of the other dams. Great view, seeing a little bit more rebar. You can see where the sill is going to be located right here at the bottom of the screen, where that rectangle cutout is with the rebar sticking out, and also the baffle blocks. So kind of the square looking blocks right at the base of the excavator. Those are going to be the baffle blocks when those go ahead and be poured. Not sure why they haven't been poured yet. Probably just, accessibility. Easier to move around there without these giant blocks sticking up out of the way. You're able to see at Forest Lake Dam, though, how great those baffle blocks are at dissipating a lot of the energy when the water is flowing over the top of the spillways. We're up at 400 feet in altitude now. Great view of the dam. Always make sure that I go up here and fly, getting that bird's eye view. An awesome shot here, able to take the full crane into view as well and see the entire job site. Like I saw, we will see some of the staging area over in the bottom left. I'll get a close-up of that in a little while, but they actually have some of the stuff out there, it looks like, in preparation for the gates, that some of the hardware that we see down there at Sanford Dam as well. And they shot the emergency auxiliary spillway again, water flowing over, through, and around Secord Dam, passing those flows while they're going ahead and working on the spillway. It is interesting seeing actually how different these dams. They're not able to do this on Smallwood Dam, so they're taking a completely different approach to building those spillways. I'm sure this is the easiest one, where you're able to just direct that flow around the dam so that you can have a completely pretty much dewatered area after you install sheet pile and pump that water out. But we're up at 400 feet in altitude to the north now, flying to the south above the Tittabawassee River that's dammed up, forming mostly of what's Secord Lake. Not completely filled up all the way, though, as where it would normally be at full pool. Pretty much just running run of the river right now. Again, that water is, well, the water that's coming in is the water that's going out, flowing right through this dam. I did stop out there at Rogers Place Pizza, which is just over here on the left-hand side. Got myself a pizza. I've heard a lot of great things about it on Facebook, so while I was out there, grabbed one for lunch, and I gotta say, definitely if you're in the area, check out Rogers Place Pizza. It was really good. and they just opened. Only been open for a couple months. They use really good quality ingredients. So support your local businesses, and I don't think there's many pizza places in the area, so definitely a good place to go to and stop. Again, see that crane hooked up to the beam, that bracing that is kind of separating the spillway. I wasn't able to capture this completely. I had to go on and film at the other dams, but you kind of can see some of the hookups, some of the rigging that they were doing. Had it all strapped up, braced up, I guess, and looks like the only thing needed to be done was either cut away that beam that is holding up both sides and fly it out of there. Not sure what they used to cut that out, if it was just a diamond saw. I don't think they used the excavator with the hammer on it to remove them. We'll sit here for a little while though and watch the excavator work. I know there's a lot of people that watch the channel that just like the raw video, just like seeing this big heavy equipment working here. But we'll pan around to this side and check out the job site, the materials that are out here. You can see those other two beams right there in the center of the screen. Those are the ones that were already removed from spillway 2 that were cut, flown out, and now over here, this smaller, again, excavator, not a very big excavator, is using the hydraulic hammer. It's like just breaking these beams up to smaller chunks so that they're probably easier to maneuver and remove off of the site. Pretty cool seeing this happen though. Definitely like the aesthetics a little bit better without these being on the dam. Looks a little bit more modern and don't have these giant beams in the way. Again, these materials on the job site. The one thing I'm sticking out to me is on the bottom left-hand corner, those circular materials look like they're part of the gate structure that might be installed here in the future. I don't think they're the same structures that we're seeing down there on Sanford Dam, though, that they're actually mounting to the dam already. So looking like Sanford might be the first one that gets gates installed, but there is a ton of work, a ton of progress that still needs to happen on the Sanford emergency spillway. So again, it seems like Secord, Smallwood, Sanford, all these dams are probably going to refill in the same year. Edenville and Tobacco River Dam on Wixom Lake will probably fill up the following year. Still have the mini concrete batch plant here at Secord site though, and you can see it's been getting some use. So see some material in there that they've been mixing up that concrete. Again, you can kind of see this job site. Drone battery was getting a little bit low, but I figured might as well capture one more video swinging around as I went ahead and ended my flight for the day. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below. As always, I just want to give a massive thanks to the people who support me on Patreon. Never underestimate the value of your contribution to keeping this channel going. Thank you.